All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, guys. Hopefully, you guys all had a fantastic evening last night. It is Tuesday, October 4th. Good morning. Hopefully, you guys, again, had a fantastic evening last night. We are in for quite the day, in my opinion. I do want to kind of go ahead and get right into things, guys. I had a little bit of trouble getting the YouTube Live going this morning, so I apologize about that. However, I want to jump right into my top focus setups for today. First off, we saw Fed Fund futures imply a pretty dramatic change overnight, right? We saw them implying possible rate cuts as early as November of next year. And that's a pretty big deal, guys. So that was, a little bit of a pretty big change actually from, prior consensus. And so we've obviously seen the market kind of gap up on that news. Yesterday we had the UN mention that they wanted to obviously have central banks, at least pause rate hikes for the near term. So I want to kind of go over my top focus setups with the market shaping up how it is. So my top focus setup today is going to be coin. I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's just coin because man trades it every day. No, coin is definitely my top focus setup today for many reasons. But one of the many reasons is that we are breaking a huge hourly resistance level, guys. We've been dealing with this resistance since late last month on the 26th of September. As you can see, guys, we topped out at this 67.70 level, right? 4 different times, almost 5 separate times, right? And last night, I was actually a little bit bearish because I was like, you know what? This is the 4th straight rejection of this hourly resistance. I'm not sure it can take another rejection, but we saw that news come out overnight, probably trapped a decent amount of people. I'm very happy I did not take puts overnight, which I was thinking about. However, we now have a lot of clean hourly breakout setups. And this setup that I'm going to go over on coin is valid for a lot of names right now, Netflix, etc. But this is going to be by far my top focus setup today. As long as this 67.6 area holds, I am also planning on purchasing a November swing contract in the 10K swing account today. But the really big thing I want to focus on off of the open, guys, and I can't emphasize how important this is, right? So we broke over this hourly resistance last night. What's going to be very important as we get into the open is I'd like to see this level be retested. I would like to see that 68 level get retested off of the open at least and hold, right? So I'd like to see between 68.14 and 67.5 retested and holding, right? Even if we got a test of 67.20, this would be an area I would be looking to add calls, guys. Bitcoin looking very bullish itself. ARK is regaining the key level. Now, as I say this, right, it is important that we let these setups validate. So we need to see these levels be retested during market hours, in my opinion. This is the setup that I like the most. Reason being, right, and we talk about this all the time, guys, but the harder the resistance is to break, the bigger the breakout is once it finally comes. And this is a perfect example of that. You had an hourly breakout that has tried to break out 4 separate times. And now that we've broken out of it, right, this can be a very powerful move up as long as we see that retest level hold, right? So yes, we could just dump off the open and these setups could be absolutely ruined. So I'm not going to be rushing into things like 1 minute off open. What I'm going to be doing is looking for that first, 5 to 15 minute candle to retest those key levels, hold, and then take long exposure on my favorite setups, right? Now, as I say this, if we break and hold this, now we've broken, so if we hold this 67.5 to 68 area on coin, if you come out to the daily chart, guys, we've got a double inside week on the weekly, an inside month on the monthly, and if we can get through the 68 level, you can see on the daily, right, we're more than likely, in my opinion, will test the 72 level, and really once it gets through that 71.5, 71 level, guys, coin really likes to go to 80 plus quickly, right? And we've talked about this zone before, but there's this $10 zone, right? This is probably reminiscent of some past lives that I've done where coin really loves to gap up through 71 and just go to 80, 85 really quickly, right? And it's really that ramp through 71. However, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but I'm just saying in terms of range after this breakout, psychologically, people remember these breakouts and these levels, just like I'm reiterating to you right now, and that's going to affect the action that we see. So definitely coming in today, this is my top focus setup on a retest of the hourly resistance at 68.14 down to 67.3. That's going to be the level that I'm looking at to possibly add some call exposure on a move to the downside and retest and then buyers step in, right? So that's going to be probably my top focus setup today by far. A couple others, Netflix, pretty much the same setup, guys. 242 is the area that I'd be looking to see retested, maybe even the 243.05 level. If we retest this 242.9 area and hold, I think this has a pretty good shot at seeing a larger scale move up as well. And then the last setup I'm going to mention is DKNG. Pushing over 16 now. This one looks really, really good. This has also had some really tight consolidation on the daily. Over 16.05, I think this goes to 17 pretty quickly, guys. So DKNG, Coin, Netflix are going to be my top focus setups today. Alongside that, there are a few others that I'm going to be looking at. TTD does have Investor Day, but off of the open, those are going to be my top 3 focus setups, guys. I will let you know when I purchase the swing position. Obviously, I would like to see a retest of these levels and hold and then go from there. But obviously, definitely some bullish momentum into today, guys. We need to make sure this stuff confirms intraday. So in market hours, I want to see these levels retested. But if they do and they hold, I think there's going to be a fantastic opportunity today on the long side. So I will see you guys on the live Discord trading. If you are new, welcome. Just go to the left side of the Discord, hit live trading, and you'll be able to listen to me all morning long. I'll see you guys there. Peace.